My aquaponics system have actually aided in a lot of things within my pond system. Stay tuned as I share at least 4 things that this setup have actually done to enhance my fish keeping experience. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so this is my small aquaponic system, and before I actually get into the meat of the matter, let's see if I can run through some little review for the next minute or so. Okay, so this is my original planter bed. This is my lettuce, and some have actually died like this one. Right, some have actually died like this one, getting yellow, and the reason why that has died is because of the sun. Now, as a result of me, kind of discovering that early, what I've done is in the days, in the hot sun, I've actually placed this little white thing over the planter bed, which allows them to get some amount of light, but it actually minimizes the impact of the heat. This summer is really warm, right? This climate is really warm, and it is taking a toll on my lettuce. Okay, they are coming on really good. I realized that I was at first, when I started, I was hesitant in actually allowing the water to flow that freely, and so it was like dripping, and so the roots were barely tipping in the water, right? But after I have added this planter bed, right, which actually helps to minimize the pressure on the pump in the system, because the pump is made for 350 GPAs. That means 350 gallons per hour. So if I actually, and this is 270 gallons, right? And if I should actually turn the pump to the full speed and allow it to flow, practically everything here will be flooded and will be washed out. So I had to actually place in this little thing here, right, so as to minimize the impact of that. As a result, it had actually been placing a little stress on the pump, right? And if I had allowed that to continue, my pump will actually give way in a few weeks time. So I've added this planter bed, and I've shared with you how I did that and what I did so as to facilitate that, right? As a result of that, I've been able to cut the amount of water that is actually spewing out into the first planter bed. It practically both are like measuring the same right now, right? Okay, so what are some of the advantages of aquaponics system? First and foremost, what you're seeing now are my fingerlings. Well, they're not really fingerlings now, they are going beyond fingerlings, being fed, and they've been fed. I'm using my GoPro so as to share with you that. Now, if I did not have all this laid out, my water, well, the water for the fish would look something like this. Now, this is where I keep my fingerlings, my real fingerlings, probably about 2 inches, 2.5 inches. It do have some plants, and it have some air being pumped in it, right? I'm supposed to change over the system and place a pump in it, but that is not really coming right now. That has to wait until a little bit further down, a few weeks time. Right now my emphasis is getting the lettuce and the other planter bed going. All right, so as you can see, the fingerlings are growing, but you can see that the water is very thick, right? I won't even bother put the GoPro in it because I know that you won't even see anything. The only reason you're actually seeing the fish is because the fish has bright colors: white, orange, red. That's the reason why you're seeing the fish. But if it was like dark, like the black, like let's say Rocky Mountain white or Mozambique tilapia, you might have some amount of problems seeing them. Or better yet, the water. Well, this is not really a true picture of what the water would look like, because um, this is this little space is underneath some trees, and the trees offer some amount of sunshine. So as a result of that, the water will be a little bit visible here more than where the aquaponic system is set up. All right, let's get back to the aquaponic system. So the aquaponic system allows my water to be more clearer, right? It allows filtration of the solids that exist within the pond, and the solids are in the planter bed. This is what it looks like. Some of the solids looks like, right? But this section of the planter bed, you might not see the solids because these are hard rocks, construction rocks, and the solids are down below, right? Now this rock, it floats, so you actually see the bed floating, right? I won't do that much because what I did the other day, I planted some tomatoes. I never see them coming up after about 3 days, so I went ahead and I planted a few more cabbage seeds. I was fearful whether or not the seeds will actually come, but I'm seeing where in it the seeds are actually coming, right? So here I have one, right? Here I have another one, right? Here I have another one over here, right? And I have another one here. I'm not too sure whether or not these are lettuce or the tomatoes, but they are something that was planted, right? This green space that you see here, that's mixed up with um the water. This is algae, yes, but it also holds within it some amount of solids, and the solids rich in nutrients in which the seedlings need so as to survive. So this is a good space, right, for them to actually grow. So I won't really hassle them to say, hey, listen, I am going to ensure that this is not there. All right, so the essence of the video is aquaponic system, the advantage of it with regards to my fish keeping experience. Now, one, my water is a little bit more clearer. And two, it limits the amount of solids actually returning from the filtration system, because this do happen in the most sophisticated filtration system that you can think of, right? Solids do return to the main tank, and contributes to the amount of nitric nitrites that exists, or ammonia that exists within the space. And so in addition to that, um, it limits the need for water change. Now, prior to me adding this, I had to do a water change. And why I had to do a water change is because too much pressure was on this, so there was a massive amount of solids building up in this space. As a result of that, this container, this planter bed was unable to actually use all the solids before they were actually forced through the system and back into the pond. So, in adding another planter bed, what I did was to divide the amount of solids that is coming from this space into. So now I have two planter bed, one here, right? And it's doing a marvelous job in actually filtering the solids from the system. In addition to the solids and the water being cleared and the nutrients being provided for my lettuce. You see the sun is coming out really hot, right? Yeah. So I had to, yeah. The good thing is that it is white, so therefore it allows a lot of sunlight. Alright. Another thing is that algae. Algae has plankton in it. And plankton has some amount of protein. And the protein is used to feed the fish. But too much protein, or should I say too much plankton within the system, actually deprives the fish of much needed oxygen. So what the aquaponic system does, it limits the degree in which the water becomes green, allows for more oxygen, and it actually limits the amount of planktons that the fish actually consume. Because as you all know, I do consume these fish, and so when these fish get to certain size, I will consume them, and the less plankton they do consume is the less, I call it now, um, black blackness I would see when I actually open the fish and go inside and clean it out, right? Another thing to note is that aquaponics system is not necessarily only for fish that you're going to consume. I can put the aquaponics system here where I use, this is my goldfish, right? I did some cleaning on this a few weeks ago, and it's back at green water, right? But anyway, goldfish likes green water and we don't eat goldfish, so therefore there's no worry about the bitter taste. All right, so I could put the aquaponics system here where I actually utilize it, and it would be really good doing it because goldfish and koi actually poops more than tilapia, right? And so I know that these plants will do really, really good. So let's summarize the four main points that this video was actually really, I call it now, designed to bring out. One, aquaponics systems helps to allow the water to look clear, so you can actually spot any little issues that exist within the pond. Two, aquaponics system remove solids as quick as possible and form your pond system, allowing the water to actually take the solids into a bed where the solids are actually used, right, for nutrients of the plant. Three, aquaponics system decreases the extent in which green water exists within a pond system, and green water has plankton, and too much planktons will result in the deprivation of your fish of oxygen. And the last one, the very very last one, is that your planter bed, right? Your planter bed, it, because it is there and the water is actually going through the planter bed, going through the, they're taking the solids to the plants, and the plant is using the nutrients. You don't have to do so much water change, so you save a lot of money not doing so much water change. So I can have the system running for weeks, for months, depending on when I actually harvest my lettuce. Yeah, when I actually harvest my lettuce, it is probably about next 5-6 weeks. Yeah, I'll harvest my lettuce. You might say that it's taking a long time, but I like when my lettuce is really fluffy. Right, and I'm no haste. This is an academic share. This is not nothing in which I have, this is my first, and I'm just trying as best as possible to get everything sorted out as best as possible. So I just hope that this video was of interest to you and of value to you, and you can actually use it to enhance your fish keeping experience. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for watching. And this is my intended broodstock. I don't know what's taking them so long. I don't know if they're actually consuming the fries, but there are 9 fish in here. They are not monosexed, and I'm expecting to see some fries for the past 3-4 weeks, and I have not seen any. I keep you up to date on this one. Have a wonderful day, guys. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.